Part of the game, guys. It's not clickbait. My car really did catch fire. I mean, the car's name is Fuego, so got it in the garage at home. Kind of run down what kind of happened. So shortly after I had made the rear deck video, as you can see, it's installed and pretty, and took tin off the car. I got it detailed, because I don't know if you noticed in the other video, the wheels are super dirty. There was paint on them from when the car got painted. Had my neighbor, who does an amazing job at detailing, had him go through detail the car, clean the wheels up. Looks really nice. So after getting it detailed, I had to run to the store, get some stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let me take the Impala for a cruise. Driving down the street, music blasting, listening to probably Gunna. I think I was listening to the new Gunna album. And I started smelling something. And I thought maybe it was the speakers breaking in, because I know sometimes when you get new speakers, the glue and all that stuff, it'll heat up a few times and you'll smell it. So that's what I thought it was. And usually that smell will go away after a while, but I noticed it wasn't going away. And I made a left turn, looked in the rearview mirror, and it was just smoke coming up from right here. You can just see the smoke coming up. So I pulled into a bank parking lot, popped the trunk, and the amp, it's outside, but it was on fire. You could see flames coming out of the amp. So, you know, I'm a pretty smart, I thought, car guy. So I grabbed, yeah, see all the dust is back here. I grabbed my fire extinguisher, pushed the button, nothing. I never paid attention that it was empty. I don't remember what I used this for before, but I guess I did use it at some point. So it was empty. So I pulled into a Quick Trip and used their fire extinguisher, and basically this is what happened. So when I got home, I pulled the box out, pulled the subs out, pulled the box out, yanked the amp out, and it's outside by the trailer. But yeah, so this is what my trunk looks like now. You know, part of the car game. You know, I mean, these things happen. You know, you break it, fix it, start fresh, whatever. Not too upset, because I've been wanting to redo this trunk. When I first did this amp rack and all this wiring, it was a lot cleaner, but I've changed so much over the last couple of years that I, instead of redoing it each time, I just added or change, you know, just kind of did quick changes to make sure it worked. So basically, to clean all this up, I'm gonna have to rip everything out. The air suspension, the carpet, everything's gonna have to come out of here. And I'll be able to redo everything a little better, a little cleaner. My air suspension leaks like crazy. If I air it all the way up, after about an hour or two, the whole car will be on the ground. Actually, when I'm driving, I can hear the air escape. So here's the amp sitting on my trailer. So yeah, you can see it was fire coming out right here. So all this white stuff is all the fire extinguisher stuff. So I don't think it was a problem really with the amp. I'm pretty certain it was my electrical. I didn't have enough reserve for this amp, so I think that's what made it go up in flames. So yeah, I don't think I did a little research prior to even installing that amp, but I know it needs a lot of reserve power. I definitely didn't have enough, and I'm pretty certain that's what made it go up. I do have a 390 amp JS alternator under the hood. Dual runs a 0 gauge, excess power D3400, and then I have a yellow top Optima in the back. 0 gauge wire, dual inputs going to the amp. These are the inputs here, dual 0 gauge. So I mean, the wiring and stuff should have been fine, but that Optima basically wasn't doing anything. Fuses there, got a SMD distribution block, distributing all the power. There was a little bit of voltage drop from the front to the back, but it was only about half a volt. I was getting about 14.2, 14.3 at the alternator. And then by the time it came back here, it was like 13.8, 13.9. Full tilt, it'll drop to about 13.1, but never any lower than that. But still, I don't think that was enough for the amp. So I may go back with another Taramps. I originally had a I had a Scar amp, SKV2 4500.1. I sold that to a friend of mine. He still has it. He's not using it. I may buy it back and run those EVXs on it. I'm not sure. But before I do any of that, I'm gonna completely gut this trunk and start over, you know, get everything cleaned up and redo this setup. I'll probably keep everything the way it was, keep the tanks on the side like that. I like where they are, but I may not. I may move the compressors. I don't know. I got a couple options. There's different things I can do. I may be able to put the tanks in the bumpers. I've seen that, or put the compressors underneath. There's a lot of different ways I can do it, but I know I got MegaFest. We got MegaFest coming up next weekend. May not have it all together by then. It'll probably be completely empty. I probably won't have any sounds. I should still have my air suspension, but, well, I'll probably need to have my air suspension, but I may not have any sounds, which, you know, not a huge deal. I can live with it for a couple of days. Or I may just have the highs amp hooked up, so I at least have something. I'll probably still keep these subs. The box is pretty much ruined, but I may be able to clean it up, rewrap it or something. I don't know. So bass right now is not my priority. All right, y'all. So getting ready to, well, I kind of already started cleaning up the trunk of the car. The goal for tonight is to get the trunk completely gutted. Get everything out of here. All the air ride stuff, that battery, all the wire, just completely gutted and cleaned. I do have another carpet for it in the back of the truck that I got from Ivan. But I definitely got to get everything out of here. All the wiring, everything, and vacuum all this crap up and start cleaning and stuff like that. All right, well, we got some good progress. Got a lot of the stuff out. Kind of putting aside what we're gonna save. The tank compressors. We got the crossovers, which I probably won't need anymore. The amp, the distribution block, and that really expensive copper wire I got. So now all we got left is we got the air ride controller up there. We got the fuses from the front battery and just this board. And once I get that out, I'll come in here and kind of just wipe this down with some cloth and stuff, and that'll be it. It'll be pretty clean in there. The replacement carpet we got is not great. It was literally the only one Ivan had, but I'm like, something's better than nothing. I can always get it recovered, but I just don't want to have a bare empty trunk. So show you what I got. Whew. It's hot. Oh, I got this too. So this is the replacement carpet we got. Like I said, it's not great, but it's all we got right now. So it'll work. Oh, this is the back side. Here's the front side. Yeah, it's not great by any means, but it's better than nothing. And you know, eventually we'll get it recovered and cleaned up really nice, but at least we'll have something for now. When I put the system and stuff back in there, I'm not gonna go super extravagant with it. It's really gonna be really simple, just functional for now, until I figure out, you know, I can really sit down and really decide how I'm gonna do this trunk. So definitely gonna have to upgrade my my reserve bank, so definitely running lithium moving forward. Hopefully I can get to the bottom of some of these leaks in the tank, in the compressors. As you can see, I have my air lines and a bulkhead coming through here. Pretty cool idea that I got to do it that way. And for that reason is I'm very indecisive. So if I ever decided to change this around, I don't have to run lines all the way back to the bags. I can just disconnect them from here and run new lines. And I have these manual lines that I've had. Ooh. Basically right here, basically just 2 lines with a Schrader valve, so I can manually pump up the bags in a scenario just like this. So if the air ride isn't hooked up, I'm not completely disabled and stuck. Or if there ever is a situation where I'm out and about and something happens, I can still get the car up in the air. So we'll disconnect all of this, get everything out the trunk that I can, and then we will get in there and clean it up real nice. I think I still got some more sound deadening, so we'll add more sound deadening. And then we'll put the new trash carpet in just for now. And then we'll start cleaning up the tanks and the compressors, because that's going to be the first thing I'm going to need to clean up, because that's going to be the first thing that needs to go back in. Hey, I was about to say, we probably won't have any bass for MegaFest, but I forgot I still got this box here, and I got a set of Fosgate T1s chilling, 212s, and I got this American bass 4400. It's probably putting out half that, so I think this will do fine with the two T1s in this box. So if all goes well, we might still have some boomage, as I like to call it. So let me go ahead and work on getting the air ride controller out. Oh crap, I gotta pull the seats, the back seats, because, well, maybe I'll just leave it in there while I clean up and just clean up around it. But the controller to it is down in the back there, so I may just leave it hooked up. Just pull it out, pull the lines out of it, unscrew it from that panel, and then you know, just leave it up there and just clean it up. And then we'll go back through these lines and make sure these connections are tight and try to figure out where that leak was. All right, let's get to it. All right, so this is kind of where we're leaving off. Got it pretty clean in there. I'll come back through with some better stuff, and I got the majority of the dust out. I'll come through again and really clean it out better before I put the other carpet in. A lot of it got on the inside, but I'm not too worried about in here. I can, when I get the car detailed again, I'll have them clean up all in here. And I took this off just to kind of see how I can set up the new LEDs I just ordered. So make sure no dust got in there. But yeah, got it cleaned up pretty good. Not too shabby. So like I said, tomorrow I'll come in here and really get in there with a microfiber cloth and some detailing spray and really clean up in there. We'll go ahead and insulate that and go ahead and do the rest of the trunk and the kill mat. Get under there. Got the tanks and the compressors cleaned up. So that's it. So I'm done for the night. I'm tired. You know, happens. So once I get the carpet back in, we'll set up a system to see how we're gonna move forward as far as setting everything up, as far as cleaning it up, not even cleaning up, setting everything back up temporarily. I just want to do a simple setup, just enough to get me by to where I can at least just have my air ride functional, and maybe have that 12 box in here just for a little bit of something. And I'll put the highs amp, all that stuff is fine, back in here, and kind of go from there. So coming together, and tomorrow I'll pick up the video. I'll add on to the other video I was filming about the rear end. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna sequence these videos, but I'll definitely, I've just been kind of filming content just so I can kind of get it out there, you know, and we'll just see where it goes. Yeah, I'm tired. So that's it for today. I will, like I said, see you guys in the next one.